AV685 installation. The AV685 is a severe-duty hollow-shaft encoder. It features removable sensors, complete with diagnostics, and built-in wiring protection. The AV685 employs a compression sleeve shaft mount to lock the unit to a 1 1/8 diameter shaft without the use of keys or set screws. An anti-rotation arm prevents housing rotation while allowing for shaft end float. Installation hardware listed in the manual and shown here is required. The AV685 can be installed either as an end-of-shaft model or as a through-shaft model. This video demonstrates end-of-shaft installation. For all installations, ensure the mounting shaft is at least 3 1/2 inches long. Before installing the AV685 on the motor, the following procedures should be performed. Remove the AV685 end cap screws and the AV685 end cap. Note the O-ring is typically retained by the groove in the end cap. Remove the end cap, O-ring, and wave spring, noting the location of each to assist in reassembly. Loosen the compression nut and remove the compression sleeve. In preparation for installing the model AV685 encoder, it is necessary to clean the accessory motor shaft. Surfaces must be inspected and paint, burrs, or other surface imperfections removed. Use the dial indicator gauge to ensure motor shaft runout, TIR, does not exceed 0.02 of an inch, 0.05 millimeter. Use a caliper gauge to verify motor shaft is 1 1/8 and within acceptable tolerances. Apply anti-seize to the motor shaft. Test fit the compression sleeve onto the shaft. Remove any burrs from the shaft. Apply thread locker to the compression nut threads. Replace the compression sleeve into the AV685. Flip over the AV685. Install the anti-rotation arm to the unit. Use the included screws and washers to mount the insulated portion of the arm to the encoder. Slide the AV685 onto the motor shaft. Do not use force, and do not hammer the AV685 onto the shaft. Tighten the compression nut on the encoder by hand to verify it can be easily tightened. Using the 2 AV685 installation wrenches, grip the clater nut and the compression nut. Tighten only the compression nut, the smaller nut, using the Avtron wrench. Do not use non-Avtron or oversized wrenches to tighten the nut. Do not tighten the clater nut. Hold the motor shaft as needed to prevent rotation while tightening the compression nut. Replace the end cap with the wave spring against the bearing and the O-ring located in the cap groove. Use the screws provided to reinstall the end cap. Secure the free end of the anti-rotation arm to the motor face, floor, or other stationary surface. The threaded rod may be cut to length as needed. The body of the hollow shaft encoder should not wobble excessively when the shaft is turning. For the AV685, the body should show no more than 7/1000ths runout, as measured from the outer perimeter of the body. See the manual for instructions on correcting excessive runout. Power up the AV685. Begin to turn the shaft. The AV685 electronics will self-adjust for optimal signals. The diagnostic light should be bright green. If the diagnostic light is red or not illuminated, check the manual for troubleshooting procedures. If an oscilloscope is used to test the encoder, the signal should look roughly as shown here, with waves of the same width, and one channel will lead the other by 1/2 a wave. The powerful line drivers in the AV685 may produce minor overshoot spikes on short cables. These are normal and will not harm the encoder or drive, and signal quality will not be affected. The signals shown here were taken at steady speed. The AV685 is now installed properly and is ready to output signals to your PLC or drive.